It's your boy, Let's Do This. You already know what time it is. Coming back at you with another podcast. And today's topic will be sexualization of the video game. And the reason why I want to cover this topic because of all the things that goes on in the game, because of the developed false personas GTA developers has eroticized the mechanics of the game to include explicit locations and label them into an objectifiable way. And the reason why this is happening because it's designed that way for players to lead with deceiving characters that do not display someone's existence ego. And the reason why this is happening because this is a form of a way where people can hide their true identity and hide the true characteristics of themselves. Now, if you ever notice in the game, when you drive around, you see all these clothing places, food places. It is not the actual fact of the places of what you will see when you're driving past and see your local McDonald's, your local Popeyes, and so forth and so on. They reconstruct them and make them into a sexualization type of symbolism that if you look at it, then you'll see. You notice when you're searching up something, they have a middle finger and so forth. You notice that they have the strip clubs that is inside the game and so forth and so on because it's designed that way. Now, here's the thing everybody intentions is different. Now you notice when people get on the game, mostly females, when they get on there, half of these females they are searching. They're so searching for men, so therefore they can invite them to their OnlyFans. So again, it's a sexualization type of game. You notice when you get on the game, you have these little kids getting on there moaning and groaning and all that. Half of the time, they be serious. They just waiting for somebody to connect to their PSN to take it further, to go outside of the game, to experience and enhance their arousement upon what they're doing, which what comes into a lot of masturbation or whatnot. And most of these people, that's what they do while playing the video game, which is very disgusting. But again, this is the type of game, GTA, it is displayed these mannerisms because of the displayment of the game and what it carries. Now, just like a guy, when you notice when you hear female and so forth, then they become mannish and the derogatory things that they say and so forth. And then most of these guys, and we're going to dive deep into those of the LGBTQ community. Because see, a lot of these transsexual and a lot of these guys that are gay guys or whatnot, they use these girl characters, and some guys think it's a real girl character. And this is the reason why that these girl characters that are portrayable that were really guys, they don't say anything, they don't speak because they don't want to give up their true identity, but yet they'll follow you around, they'll play the role play, whatever the case may be, and have you thinking they're a real female, but they really not, because if they say something, then a straight guy will probably bash them for saying, derogatory things upon what they're into or whatever the case may be. Y'all know what that consists of. So we have a lot of this that is on that game, and that game is really designed for that. And other many reasons that the game carry a sexualization of the game because of the intention of the concept of the content that is put out of the game. This is why everybody talks in a way where it always result into being nasty or being mannish or something derogatory that has to do with something that is sexual or whatnot. You cannot go anywhere on the game without seeing something that resembles or something that will give you the intentions of something sexual. Look at the billboards. There's one right when you go to the airport. You will see it. You can't pretty much just bypass it without taking notice. That's why when you see the strippers, that's why you can go in the back, get private dances. That's why prostitution happens in the game, where they go further, where oral is given. You can even go to the intent to have sex or whatnot in the game, because it is a sexualization of the game. That's why the game is really 18 and up. You have to be mature. But these are kids that is on this game, been exposed to it, and this is why they act the way they act, because it's a sexualization of the game. And Rockstar knows it, but they won't do anything about it, because it is $1 billion game. And so everybody that gets on the game, hey, they're going to partake in this and so forth and so on. And this is why these kids they're so adapted to the environment of the game, and this is why they do the things that they do and so forth. So you have to just really be careful, because you just don't know who is who, what is what, or who is really behind the character, or who is really behind the voice, because they're voice changers. And like, again, there are young kids that sound older, and there are older adults that sound young. So you just really don't know. But the game has really been marketed in a way where it is basically showing an arousement towards other players and whatnot. So this is why you can get into bed with another character. I wouldn't be surprised in GTA 6, which is coming soon, not sooner than you think, but from the information I got that you will be able to play GTA 6. It will come out somewhere in summertime of 2024. And I would be surprised that you can fully get naked and whatnot, although you have glitches that most girl characters, they are pretty much halfway naked. There are, if you go to the mansion where the cave is at, where the pool is, if you go there in the daytime playing the game, there are naked women that you can see, which is like phantom me, like, wow, this is something that they're really displaying and so forth, because I have run across that in my streams. So if you watch your streams, you'll be able to see that as well. So anyway, I just wanted to cover this topic so you all can kind of get a glimpse and kind of get an understanding of truly why is so much overly sexualization that is on the game because of GTA. They designed it that way because they designed it to be managed. They designed it to be toxic. They designed it really for an adult pleasures and for an adult content. But again, every game developer knows that whatever games put out, kids are going to find a way to get on it and so forth. So again, I believe that this is another intention to mislead the people and to encourage the children to adapt into this culture of being fast and whatnot. So again, take a look at all this and you will pretty much get a glimpse of what I'm speaking on reference. But I just wanted to bring it to people's attention so you can truly get an understanding. So again, this game, mostly females on there, they're going to be only fans. There are guys on there, they're just searching for other they're searching for other men that they can engage with. Then because it's basically another hookup. It's like it's an online, I would like to say, a party. It's an online party. It's an online hookup. It's an online date. It's used for other things other than actual playing the game. If you run across that right lobby, that right person, you start speaking in, and this is why you can call on the telephone now, that you can send emails, and now you can go into a private party and so forth, because there's other things happening. You notice when you're in a lobby and nobody's talking because everybody is in a different lobby, speaking to other people. And this is why that you can't hear them, because hey, maybe they have met somebody that's in the same lobby and now they went private, and gods know what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're discussing, what they're talking about. And most of them, start sending pictures to each other on PSN, and it goes further. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they on a live phone call with each other, doing a lot of sexual things, because these are people from across the world, and people are down for whatever these time and ages. So again, I just wanted to cover that. And so again, if you come across these things, then don't be surprised, but just be aware. And this is just pretty much what this podcast is about, to give you an awareness upon this video game and the sexualization that has been taking place, and that is taking place now, and is becoming more and more gradually known, and it's coming out to the fact that it's spewing out to where it is becoming uh, an exciting thing more than the game, because it's turning in to just a basic content of just being sexual, because the game is overly sexualized. So again, it's your boy, Let's Do This. As I always bring you the news, as I always come at you real straightforward. That's just what I do. But at this time, your boy got to tap out. You already know what time it is. Until next time, you know what time it is. Let's do this.